Hello, I'm the Pageant Nerd and I am doing a quick video post Miss Universe 2021. I'll be doing a much more detailed post-pageant wrap-up analysis, whatever you want to call it. But as is often the case, I'm getting asked for some trivia and nerdy facts and figures, so I thought I would just give you some initial thoughts before I get to work on my proper competition wrap-up. So on the whole, it was a well-produced, very beautifully produced pageant. I've got to say, whenever Miss Universe seems to go overseas, I think the local host organisers tend to really put in immense amounts of effort. You can see that in the Philippines and in Thailand, and you know the amount of travelling that the contestants did around Israel was amazing, and the opening sequences were fantastic. So hats off to them. Of course, the top 16, there was some pretty big surprises, pleasant surprises, I must say. To see Singapore place for the first time since they hosted in 1987. Aruba placing for the first time since they finished first runner-up in 1996. And even more excitedly, the Bahamas placing for the first time ever. And that is a really great thing to see, new countries breaking through. I think that there have been some accusations of the alpha pageants, and especially Miss Universe, that it's getting quite predictable, that the same countries are always placing and doing well. And it is just really refreshing to see those types of countries break through. Of course, there were some shocks, depending on who you were going for. Thailand didn't make it for the first time, ending their 6-year placement streak. Mexico was denied the ability to compete for a back-to-back. And I'll cover this in my post-pageant analysis, but it's actually quite common for the reigning nation to fail to place the following year. It's happened dozens of times. And yeah, it's not maybe as surprising for that to happen as you might think. So yeah, I'll provide some more details on that. Personal favourite of mine, Belgium. I thought she was going to do really well, so I was disappointed that she didn't make it. She was stunning in preliminaries, but maybe her interview wasn't quite so strong. Spain didn't make it. She was highly favoured, as was Namibia. And Chile, I was somewhat surprised at, because she has a very well-developed environmental advocacy, and I thought that given that that's been Miss Universe's platform of focus for 2021, it was somewhat surprising that they didn't reward her with that, especially because I think she also won the Social Impact Award. Then it got down to the top 10, and there were 9 women of colour in the top 10, which was really amazing to see. Now, I've in the past used definitions of women of colour. Previously, I've made it the definition be to be women of African descent, but I've also been called out that it also should include Asian women as well. So using that broader term, there were 9 women of colour in the top 10. So that was really amazing to see. An incredible amount of diversity, not only from some of the world's most populous nations, but also some of the tiniest in the Caribbean as well. So that was really awesome to see. So then we got down to the top 5, and it was, I guess you could say, a bit of a surprise that Puerto Rico didn't make it. She was highly favoured. Personally, I feel that her evening gown performance was a little too... it didn't seem natural, and I thought that in the preliminaries she just had so much flair and personality, and she just seemed to be having fun. I thought that her evening gown performance was just lacking a little bit of that natural essence of what really makes her really an outstanding delegate. So I was disappointed that she didn't make the top 5. France as well, I thought that she absolutely killed it in preliminaries, and her evening gown performance I thought was wonderful too. So I was a little surprised that she didn't make the top 5. Nonetheless, it was an incredible top 5. Of course, seeing the Philippines get to the top 5 after 3 years, the first top 5 finish since Catriona Gray won in 2018. the new Miss Universe Philippines franchise. It's their best result so far, so congratulations to Shamsi Sup Sup and all her team. But Beatrice really brought it. I was very impressed with her. She didn't let the nerves get to her, maybe like it did to Rabia last year, or in 2020 pageant, May, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, she really showed her personality, performed great in both swimsuit and evening gown. I loved her dress. I thought that it was a really great choice for a finals night. And she answered the question in the top 5 pretty well, arguably better than some of the other contestants that advanced. So I understand that there is maybe some disappointment from her fans that maybe she deserved to get to the top 3. But nonetheless, the Philippines placed for the 12th year in a row, so congratulations. And it wasn't just another placement and then bowing out after the first round. She survived 2 cuts. So really hats off to Beatrice, and also what she represented, being a member of the LGBTQ community and all that she stood for. I thought that it was a really great result for her, so congratulations. So down to the top 3, and there was history made with all 3 of them, I guess you could say. Second runner-up, South Africa. Her top 5 answer was, I thought, a little controversial, the fact that she was supportive of cancel culture. But anyway, look, she's incredibly well spoken, and I think she did deserve her place in the top 3. And it is South Africa's 4th top 3 placement in the past 5 years. And that, as far as I can tell from my research, is the best result of the sequence since Venezuela got 5 top 3 results in a 7-year span between 1994 and 2000. So incredible consistency, especially after last year's disappointment with Natasha Joubert not placing at all. So South Africa is back. And I think that there was some controversy over South Africa as well, because the South African government came out and said that they were not supporting Lalela, given the relations with the host nation. But good to see that her talent shone through and her performance was rewarded and judged on its merits. Wow, my heart breaks for Nadia. I really followed her journey a lot throughout in the months leading up to Miss Universe 2021, and she really had such an incredible breadth of work in her advocacy. Not only is she a fashion model and an influencer and all that sort of stuff, and she every second post that she was doing on Instagram was with some other community initiative, and it wasn't. I didn't get the sense that it was all just staged or it was just done for the purposes of competing in a pageant. She seems genuinely committed to community service, and I think it was just fitting that she got so far to the top 2. And Paraguay has never been in the top 2, or let alone the top 3 in Miss Universe ever. They had 2 third runner-up finishes in 2004 and 2006, but this is their best result in an alpha pageant. So congratulations, Nadia, you absolutely did your country proud. And of course, Miss India is Miss Universe 2021. Harnaaz Sandhu was, I picked her to win, so I'm not, but I also know that there are a lot of other pageant bloggers and bloggers that did the same, so I certainly don't think that I'm in unique company there, but I also picked Paraguay to get to the top 3, so I guess I'm quite happy with that. I'll go through all my other predictions in my proper video, but Harnaaz was incredible. She was so consistent through preliminaries and on finals night. She answered the questions really well. In the final question, she started off a little bit nervous. I thought that she took a while to warm up, and I thought, oh, she's maybe going to have quite a short answer. And then she just accelerated and put the pedal down, and her answer was amazing. And I thought, she's going to be the woman to beat after that. It was such a strong top 3, and I think in the end it was 3 of the most deserving delegates that got there. So I'm really happy with the results in the end. I think it was nice to see some new countries break through, and some unheralded, weak sash nations get through, but also preparation and real dedication to the task won out in the end, and we have a brand new Miss Universe, the first from India in 21 years since Lara Dutta won in 2000. Of course, the first Miss Universe from India was Sushmita Sen in 1994, and in both those years, 94 and 2000, they also won the Miss World title, and that is called an alpha double. So I covered this in my India preview video leading up to Miss Universe. And Miss World is actually being held just in a few days' time, and Manasa Varanasi is absolutely a contender there. So who knows, maybe we'll have our third Indian alpha double. Other countries have done it in the past. France did it in 1953, Australia did it in 1972, and Venezuela did it in 1981. So that is incredible that no other country, apart from India, has done it in 40 years. Technically, Venezuela did it again in 95 and 96 because the same Miss Venezuela contest produced a Miss World and a Miss Universe, but it was in 95-96, so that is a technicality. Anyway, good luck, Manasa. We'll all be watching, and congratulations to all the Indian pageant fans. I am lucky to have many of you as my viewers and followers and supporters, and they thanked me for supporting Harnaaz through the journey, and I'm more than happy to do so. I thought that she was thoroughly deserving of that support, and really enjoy the moment as the pageant fans to celebrate India's first Miss Universe title in 21 years. Well, that's it for me for now. I will post this and get started on my proper wrap, but I thought I should just give you some initial thoughts and celebrate what a really nice, beautifully produced pageant was. Controversy over the host nation, but I think that was put aside. I thought in the final look, it was a beautiful setting to have Hallelujah performed in English, Hebrew, and Arabic, and I thought that was a really touching moment. So, of course, there are many varied opinions about having Israel as a host, but in the end, it was all about the countries coming together and celebrating that diversity. So that's it from me for now. It's the Pageant Nerd signing off, but I'll be back soon with my full Miss Universe 2021 wrap-up. Bye for now.